glad we finally admitted we just don't work as roommates.
Now people will stop saying we're gay.
Now, this is much easier than one of us ever getting a girlfriend. Oh, that must be the new roommate. I found him off Craigslist.
Is that safe?
Where can I put my spoons?
Patio lanterns. Lanterns. Patio lanterns. PL podcast. The caveman. Reindeer.
Patio lanterns.
Good morning.
Oh, hello.
Wilfred Brimley, and I'd like to...
No, we're not doing that again.
Just, that's our thing now, like every single episode. It was just
Every
Wilfred
episode.
interjecting.
The exact same sound bites, too.
Yeah, we never change it up, because there's only the one video anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, Wilfred was great on last week's episode, but no, we're just going to keep it the two of us for now.
Yeah, just like the rest of the tryouts that all failed, we're going to throw Wilfred in that category, I think.
Okay, so how do you want to...
How do you want to do? I want to hear how you doing, man. You went to Edmonton.
My goodness!
You saw the Oilers. You love the Oilers.
Night for you to ask me how I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, I'm doing really good. Thanks for asking.
That's good.
Yes, I was in Edmonton the past weekend. Beautiful Edmonton, Alberta. Non-stop snow while I was there. Watched a hockey game.
Yeah.
Hockey game was fantastic. I never see them win. So that was just excellent. That was the bomb.
Yeah, who were they playing?
They were playing the Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh.
And they are a new team, if you didn't know that. They're new from last year, Randy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they went to the Stanley Cup Finals. So, I was there for all that.
You were there in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that must have been wild.
Yeah, your game obviously sucks compared to my experience there, but go on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it was really good. Big win, like I said. The real interesting part of the game was, okay, let's just get this straight. I had a couple drinks, okay?
A couple wobbly pops.
I flew in at like noon Edmonton time, and my sister's coming up south from Calgary, Alberta, to pick me and my girlfriend up. And they were delayed a little because it was icy on the highways, so there were some accidents and some extra traffic they had to deal with. So we hit the airport bar, and so it's about 12:30, and I get that first drink in me, and I slowly ease onto the pedal, and then I never let off the gas after that. I just kept pushing, and then I peaked sometime during the game. I remember before the game, like I'd been drinking for hours already. And as before the game, we're pre-gaming just before we have to head to the arena. It's just down the street. And I'm feeling I'm really buzzing. Like I'm bouncing around the room.
Yeah, you got your dancing shoes on. You're having a great time.
All my favorite songs. Got my jersey
Nickelback?
on. Fired up. Yeah, Nickelback's on.
Man, that's probably why they won.
Yeah, Hearts on Fire, the Rocky montage songs playing. I'm getting fired up. Yeah, and then we go to the game, and of course I'm drinking those $30 arena beers, and I'm just pounding those back there, feeling really good. And then of course we win. I'm feeling good, but the real highlight was in the middle of the game at some point, and I'm plastered, and I'm finding everything hilarious. But the guy in front of me, or near, just in front of me, kind of on to the right, he's like sliding through his phone, and it's just pics of women's feet, and he's just like looking at them, and I'm like nudging my
during
sister
the game,
and stuff.
not during the period. Like,
I think it
the
was
game's
during.
on.
I think it was during intermission. It was like second intermission or something.
Still,
and he's just like
public
flicking
place.
through pictures of feet and stuff. And I think we've talked about it a little bit when you asked me about switching my hands and my feet, or I asked you about that, and we said, like, you know, there's people that are into like feet. There's I think it's kind of odd. But there's got to be a lot of people that are into feet.
I think so for sure. Like we talked about this even last episode on sex bots. They put the shoe size in for all the models, all the dolls.
Like it's crazy. There's a lot. I mean, I couldn't even put a number to it, but there's got to be a lot of people.
If you had to guess,
have a foot fetish.
Percentage of the population.
Percentage of the population. You know, probably 7%.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
Not bad.
Yeah, we're
good. So probably 7 or 8% of the population.
7.5%. Yeah, I'd say foot fetish for sure.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
that's a lot of people. And
man, that's like 1 out of 12 people.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeez.
I mean, feet, they don't really, like, on the other hand, it grosses a lot of people out too, but it doesn't really gross me out. It's just, it doesn't really do anything for me the other way either. It's just feet.
Yeah, they're just feet. Like, I don't really care about them. They're just like,
yeah, they're just for walking.
They're just there. Yeah,
dancing.
They're not for sexual purposes.
Yeah, but I mean,
but this guy, like, do you think he was looking at them sexually?
Well, I wasn't sure. I mean, I like to think so because I was really having a good time laughing about it. Yeah, I was gooned everybody. So
you're probably talking so loudly too.
Yeah, I'm right behind this guy. His ears right in front of me, and I'm nudging my sister. Ha ha! Look at this guy looking at the feet.
You're looking feet fetish guy over here.
I'm like pointing, like,
look at the
my hands over
guy.
his shoulder, and I'm pointing at his screen.
Check out these bad boys, and you're taking off your shoe.
I'm yelling at the other sections.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone! Look at this freak. No, but I mean, I probably was loud, but I don't think he heard me. But maybe, who knows? And he was just ignoring me. But it was funny. I don't know if it was sexual or not, but he was kind of casually scrolling through. I don't remember if his friend.
I don't know why he would be doing it like not sexually, unless he's like an orthopedic. No, not even orthopedic, like a orthotist. You know,
what's that?
Like if
orthotist,
like they make orthotics, or orthotist. Is that the right term? They make orthotics.
Orthodontist is the teeth.
No, they're the teeth people. They're the teeth people, Kurt.
That's dentists, but orthodontists are like
braces.
The grandpa dentists.
No, orthodontists. Orthodontists, they do your braces and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The teeth,
anyway, It's not.
Yeah.
This guy's clearly not one of them. All right.
No. Okay. Yeah. Moving on. Anyways, good weekend.
People.
A little delayed coming out of Edmonton on the way back due to weather. Other than that, great weekend, quick trip, and now I'm back. I'm ready to podcast. I'm excited to be here.
Woo! And for all those doing the watch along episodes, I think we'll be banging out another one come Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday
I hope
evening.
so. We're almost finished. We're down to the last 3 episodes. So
yep. Still time to tune in, binge watch, and catch up with us by the time.
Yeah, and we're gonna try and pound out some. We're gonna try and get some special stuff coming your way over the holiday break.
We're gonna pound it out together. Yeah,
we might pound a few things out together.
Yeah, we'll pound it out together. We'll get back to you. Maybe we'll pound it out live together.
Maybe you will join us in the pounding if you're a local friend.
Yeah.
Or a stranger, just email us.
Or stranger listening to the podcast. I still can't get over the fact that there's strangers listening to the podcast. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, like we're getting 50 plays an episode. I don't think I know 50 people.
No, I couldn't even name 5.
Yeah.
No,
I'll be back in Kelowna December 18th. Just booked my flights.
There you have it, people. If you want to swarm them at the airport, December 18th, he'll be in the Kelowna airport.
Yep,
I don't know
right.
what time exactly, but if you stay there all day, there's a good chance you'll catch him.
9 a.m. if you want to hit the airport bar. I'll be there.
Do they have an airport bar at the Kelowna one?
Yeah, I think it's inside the. I think you have to be going somewhere. Yeah, you got to be.
They have a
going
white spot. They have a white spot.
Yeah, at Timmy's. We need a
They have
whole
a
show together.
Well, they have a Timmy's, but in
Yeah.
for anyone, but a white spot's in past security, and that's where you can get a drink.
That's where, that's
So
where you get the
that's
drinky
the
poo.
that's the airport bar, I think.
Okay, forget about that. We'll have a drink outside.
Yeah. Okay, that's exciting. Yeah,
That
we
is
might
exciting.
we might even get together, me and Randy, and try and do one of these
Get some magic going.
directly across from each other. I don't know.
What if we got together and did one live, but it just sucked? Like it absolutely the
I don't
chemistry
know.
wasn't there if we were like.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to
face-to-face.
do. I'd be
I'm,
too
looking
worried
at
about
you.
touching you, or
Yeah, your hand starts sliding over for some reason. Like
it
my
might be
shirt's already off.
distracting.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't
Right
know.
now, I'm just kind of staring at the wavelengths, and it's soothing
Yeah.
my mind. It's like, oh, that's sound for you. Feels good.
What a time to be alive, everyone.
Mhm.
Hey, what do you think about New Year's resolutions? Do you do
New Year's-
that? Do you do that?
I
stuff?
don't. I don't do that. I
Yeah, I don't
don't
care for
believe
'em.
in them.
I don't
Yeah.
care for him one bit. I think it's stupid. Just do it. You know,
Yeah,
like
it's-
why are you waiting like till the end of the year to do something you should have done 4 years ago? You know.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Oh, it's
everybody-
2019. I gotta lose a couple pounds. I'm gonna eat healthy. Like Jesus, where were you 4 years ago? You know. Ugh,
Yeah,
people. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really get it. I mean, I only get upset because they when they crowd the gym and stuff around New Year's and stuff. But otherwise, I mean, whatever it takes to get you to do that thing that you've been wanting to do. If you need to wait till January 1st, and so be it. But otherwise, I don't do it anyways. Just
Yeah.
I'll
Just my parents ask me every year, "What's your New Year's resolution?" Like nothing. Like I've never.
I'm gonna
had
go
one.
run a marathon right after I record this podcast, and so should everybody else. So instead of waiting until January, I'm gonna go jump in the
gonna do it.
water
Just
and
do
do
it.
the iceberg thing too. The
Yeah.
iceberg dip or
The
polar bear
iceberg
dip.
polar bear dip.
Yeah.
Have you ever
I'm
done
gonna
that? I
do-
don't think you've ever done that, have you?
No, I haven't done that because it's cold. Why would I want to do that? Maybe it was a hot tub or hot springs.
Yeah.
I didn't get that either. It's like, well, no, I'm gonna stay. I'm hungover probably because it's January 1st, so I'm
so
gonna.
hungover.
I'm just
Last
gonna-
year was the most hungover I've ever been. I think.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's when we had the Texas Mickey vodka and
Yeah.
the cooler. We put a straight Texas Mickey, poured it into a cooler, an empty cooler of iced tea, and lemonade. A full Texas Mickey in there. It was absolute madness.
A vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was delicious though, and we killed that thing.
So good. We finished the whole thing. I didn't buy a drink at the bar all night. 'Cause
No,
we finished it within
it was
I
like
wanna
10
say
o'clock.
4 hours.
No,
finished this thing.
no, no. I think it was more like, well, maybe actually 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah. But yeah, God,
But yeah,
that was impressive.
that was awesome though.
Yeah.
What a time. Yeah, everyone, I would recommend just renting a hotel room or something if you're planning on going out downtown. It's just way better. If you can split it with a bunch of friends, it's probably cheaper and you're not going to
Yeah.
have a hard time finding a ride home. So
It's a veteran move considering like cabs cost, $30 to get back to the mission from downtown Kelowna.
yeah.
You know,
And
like split a
we've-
hotel room with your buddies. It's like $30 each.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right there.
You're right there. That's
You're right there,
key.
folks. That's the beauty of it.
You can spend the absolute maximum amount of time pre-drinking before you have to go out, as
it's
opposed
economical.
to yeah.
Absolutely.
That's just lost. Yeah.
Because we're all
Okay.
about value. Yep. Anyways, I got a listener question for you here, Kurt. Is dabbing? Are you familiar with dabbing?
Oh yes. I think I
The-
may
the
know where you're going
movement
with this.
of
Dabbing.
Is dabbing still cool? That's the question.
Well, let me just say that I was a little slow on dabbing. I didn't know what was going on when people were doing this motion. I wasn't sure whether I needed to fight or my fight or flight instinct was all messed up, and I wasn't sure which one needed to activate when I saw someone on the street dab, and so it just turned into this big flinching mess, and I didn't do either. I kind of just stood there like deer in the headlights, and but dabbing what was the question? Is dabbing still cool?
Is it still cool?
Was it ever cool?
Yeah. Let's say it was cool.
Okay, so it was very
Is it still cool?
I mean, I guess like if you really time it, if you're the right person and you time it like perfectly in the best spot when it's unexpected or something like that, it's cool. Like that's hilarious. Okay. I think you can bring it back successfully. If you go around just dabbing like for some reason all week,
like you're just walking down the street and you like
it's
just,
not.
Yeah,
it's old news. Like I saw that on Instagram 1,000 times of this guy dabbing like a year ago, 16 years ago. So, but if you have the perfect comedic timing for it, you could pull it off, I think. But I think there's a selective few that could make it cool. For the general population, not cool.
What about like a ironic dab? Because it's like it's past its time. It's like
an ironic dab. I think is probably okay. It's kind of you're kind of in the ironic territory right now as far as the timeline goes for something like that. So
that's true. Good, like 2 years later.
Yeah, I think like there's different timelines for these kind of viral sensations. So there's kind of like right at the start, there's this peak, and then all of a sudden it gets killed because everyone's doing it. It's just like and everyone's sick of it. And then you wait a little bit, and you can kind of do the odd one, maybe, like I said, or you could do it ironically. Yeah. And then if you wait a really long time and it's so old, it's so stupid, it's so old, then you can probably pull it off again like way in the future. Just
that's what I was thinking of with like the challenges, like to combine them all into one. So like some kind of Harlem Shake. What was the other ones? What are the dance ones? You know,
well,
there's
like Harlem
the choreographed
Shake.
Dance.
There was Ice Bucket, but that was
Ice Bucket.
Wasn't dance.
Harlem Shake and
there's
like
planking.
a song in the
Remember
background?
planking?
Planking was sick. Yeah, I like planking. Owling.
Or what about? I don't know if it was a challenge.
With the crowds? There's like a choreographed dance. They're just like they put different songs in public spaces, and it looks like everyone's just walking around. And then all of a sudden,
was that a thing, or was that just a specific?
That was a thing. That was a thing. It's like, we're forming a group to do.
Oh, I don't know.
Jesus. It wasn't a challenge. There wasn't some stupid challenge.
What about the cinnamon challenge?
Yeah, that was good.
Or the milk challenge, the 4-liter milk challenge.
Mm-hmm. We should just combine them all into once. The cheese challenge.
Yeah. The cheese intolerance. Yeah, there's been. Oh, what about? There was this supermarket one where people were throwing milk jugs up in the air, or some of these aren't even challenges. They're just these viral videos that are
just doing
just
random
being idiots.
Shit. Yeah, I know what you mean. Anyway,
God, there's a lot of stupid
a lot of crazy
things
shit
out there.
But,
I mean,
speaking of viral stuff, let's talk about Michael Rappaport.
Michael Rappaport. So, you just showed me a video because I ignored you on the weekend. I was plastered.
How dare you?
And is he the guy? He's in TV.
Yeah, like
movies?
The name sounds familiar.
Well, I'm just looking at him. I'm
just looking at this guy.
Well, he looks like the guy that he appears on Friends for a little bit, and I think I've seen him elsewhere too. But I'm thinking it's the same guy, but I don't know who he is. Otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the guy. Anyways, he had this cat video, right? I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's this cat. You know, it's got this crazy ass eyes, just huge eyes.
Well, it's the frown that gets me.
What's that?
It's the frown, I think, that gets me. It's
the huge eyes and this frown on this
1,000.
cat, and he's just yelling at it. He's like, "Hey, ma, come look at this!" You know, like this fucking cat looking at me here. And it's hilarious. It's a great video. But Instagram took it down. People, they took it down because they found it degrading to cats. So on the message to him, it said, "We remove content that targets private individuals to degrade or shame them." Folks, it's a cat. It's his neighbor's cat.
It's a hilarious looking cat too.
It's just hilarious.
People love that video.
Yeah, it was hilarious stuff. And I don't know, I didn't want to say I told you so, but old Alex Jones here keeps on rearing his head. Like I called it 6 months ago or so. I think we're going to be seeing more about this, is that the social media companies put themselves in the position where they have to police content. And all of a sudden we have these people that are offended because a cat's being shamed or like some shit. It's just going to get worse. They're just going to keep on taking away stuff and, monitoring stuff that's not politically correct. And I don't know, man, I'm not a fan of it. What do you think?
Yeah, that's your worst nightmare. I know. It's all that freedom of speech and stuff being stripped away.
I'm
people,
very much freedom
Alex
of speech.
Jones being shut off, and it all started with that, and now it's gone to cats. I mean, what is safe these days?
Yeah. I don't know, like, is there a cat watching this Instagram video that's offended? Like,
are we going to get taken off the internet?
Probably.
I mean,
Probably
we're big
Instagram's
enough.
listening right now.
What do you think they're saying? Are they laughing or are they
No,
serious?
they're not laughing. They're pissed off because we're shaming.
What the fuck?
They're like knocking over tables over there on
Yeah.
Instagram because we support cat shaming, in their opinion.
We should try and get to.
We should get something removed.
I'm gonna DM Instagram or whatever and see if we can get invited to their head office. Like that'd be cool, just to get, I don't know, just pictures or videos of us at their head office and just a couple guys in our podcast.
A couple guys
at the headquarters, and we're just hanging around.
That'd be fun to get a picture before the fall of these social media giants.
Yes,
you heard it here first, folks.
I wanted to do a little housekeeping, Randy.
Okay.
So last week, I just need to clean this up and clear it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, I actually talked about two things. One thing is I continued on with the Rocky Balboa talk. Another thing was my official we're the official One Direction podcast. So I came out with the official One Direction album rankings, and so we got some feedback from a friend of the podcast, John Favreau.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, we had him on, and we really tricked everyone into thinking he was a famous director actor guy. So we'll start with the One Direction update. So John came back and he didn't like my rankings. So as you recall, they had 5 albums out. I listened to all 5 of them in one day, from the most recent to the oldest albums, and I just ranked. And I called them. 1 was the oldest one, their first album, and 5 was their most recent album. And then I ranked them, and my rankings, I believe, were 5, 4, 1, and then I kind of had 2 and 3 at the bottom tied. And
sure.
John did. Yeah, I know you wrote it down. Everyone wrote it down. John took offense to this.
He's offended. Did he shame his rankings?
I mean, he threatened to get Instagram to take our podcast off or our page down because he was offended by those rankings. So he thought album number 2 deserved a little bit more love in particular. So because I love you guys so much, I went back today, did you all a favor, listened to all the albums over again just to get a new listen. And in addition to that, I've been listening over the past week because it's been just firing me up left, right, and center. God. And so, John, I mean, this may surprise you, but my rankings, I don't think changed that much. I mean, I just finished. This time I listened to them oldest album to newest album instead of the other way around. And so my new rankings are 5, 4, 1. And you know what? I probably now put 3 above 2. So probably I dropped 2 into its own spot in 5th place as the worst album. And John was begging for that one.
There you go, John. You provoked him. And look what happened.
And it's not even like getting retribution or anything. Like, I just listened to it and it's still a great album, but it just it doesn't have any great bangers on it. It's not all around as good as some of these other ones. I went through and looked how many songs I downloaded from each album because I didn't download the whole albums. And I mean, I had the most songs downloaded from album 5 and then 4. and then I think 3, and then 2, and then 1 actually. But 1 doesn't really get a fair chance because it has the least amount of songs on it, anyways. And 1's just filled with like banger after banger after banger. So that's why I'm keeping it at 3. So there's really nowhere for 2 to go except down. So John, I know you wanted that one to be skyrocketed up, but it's not doing it for me. So it's 5, 4, 1, 3, 2. Those are my final rankings. Thank you guys. PL Podcast, the official One Direction podcast, brought to you by One Direction.
Whoa. I think we should switch it to a Green Day podcast.
Oh, you want to be a Green Day podcast?
I was listening to Green Day, and they fucking rock. Like, I'm not even kidding. They're so good. Like, they have so many bangers. Like, it's just unbelievable. Like, Brain Stew just gets me so fired up. Just so angry. Oh, my God. Like, there's just Jesus of Suburbia, Brain Stew. What's the other one? Longview, Boulevard, of course. You know,
yeah,
Holiday,
I came into
just, like, so many good fucking songs. Like, they're just so angsty, and I love it. It's incredible.
I like the idea of continually changing what our podcast is about and the official podcast.
Like, we're just trying to hook different people each time.
Yeah. So I did a couple posts on One Direction last week, and I think we've hooked in a little bit of their fan base now, and now we'll maybe switch it up, maybe Green Day, maybe even something else like Doorknobs, and we'll get another chunk of the world hooked on us. But I like the mindset here. It's really working. Man.
I think it's great. Like, Green Day is just fucking sick. Like, we talked about this before, how like society really seems to be missing out on the whole punk rock, angst, emo, thing going on here. And man, it's just I didn't realize I had so much like built up tension inside of me until I started listening to more Green Day, and I was just erupted. It was great. I love it. I love them.
Love to hear it. Love the passion.
I just want to be an anarchist, man. I just want to take it down. Take down the government, you know?
The other thing I just wanted to touch on real quick, Rocky Balboa. So gave you my rankings, even though I hadn't seen all of them. I watched Rocky 5 last weekend, and I predicted it would be the worst out of everything, and it was the worst. I mean, come on. He like nothing. The whole plot is just not exciting. He fights some 20-year-old kid, and
I don't think I've ever watched that one either. Don't bother, folks.
Yeah, don't bother is what I'm saying. I mean, he has this annoying little child, and then he's training some random stranger with a mullet, and then the mullet kid is really ungrateful, and he ends up street fighting him in the end and beating the shit out of him. And then it kind of just ends, and they don't actually get, like, I thought for sure they would get back together and be like friends and stuff.
And there's no Carl Weathers either.
There's no Apollo Creed. He's dead. He's dead, people. So I mean, it's the worst one, but I gotta still watch a few more Rocky movies to complete it. But just needed to mention that one.
Yeah, good. Hey, speaking of movies,
The
Grinch.
Okay.
You know where I'm going with this?
I know where you're going. Yes.
I'm talking about little Missy named Martha May Huvier. Oh, she is fucking rocket. Oh, man. Forgot about her. Like, Jesus Christ. It's just like that scene where she gets the light cannon out. You know what I'm talking about? She has this Christmas light cannon, like a literal cannon, and she's just
I vaguely
on the lights. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I see.
My God, that's impressive. Yeah, she's an absolute dime.
Yeah, but what size are her feet?
That's the big question. 6.5.
She is hot.
Jesus. Yeah. Just great. Lots of personality. Oh, Martha May.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Who's. Really?
They're very conformists. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't even talking about how they think or their political views or what they eat for breakfast. I'm just talking like views. Appearance here. I'm just.
Oh yeah, I think Jake's. I'll get Jake in on this here.
Okay, a surprise guest, Jake Carey.
Yeah,
maybe.
Jake Carey, come on.
We'll see.
What?
Oh,
we're talking about Martha May Huvier.
Yeah, Jake Carey, come on down.
Oh, yeah, I was saying how she's an absolute dime.
Yeah, fucking Rocket.
Oh, my God.
Hottest
Yeah.
Christmas character of all time. No one even comes close.
Well,
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus.
Like, did you mention that scene?
Oh, I mentioned the light cannon scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what he can see.
Yeah, the light, oh,
Did
Jesus.
you mention about how much of a fucking like long shot the Grinch was going? Like,
No, I didn't mention
Yeah,
that yet.
okay.
Yeah. I would give him a go here.
Yeah, okay, listeners. So we're gonna talk about how the Grinch, grade 6, he's the Grinch. Like, it'd be like a dog man in your grade, in
Like a
grade
little
6.
green dog.
a little green ghoul trying to go with the hottest girl in your grade,
Martha May.
Huvier.
I don't think
And like
so.
he's gonna woo her over with crafts. And, like the guy doesn't even wear pants. He's 8 years old. He's got a beard.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But you should probably shoot your shot, but maybe in like bat down in his own league.
Yeah. Well, let's timber down here a bit, the Grinch. Like, come on, Martha May.
Martha,
Really?
May. Yeah. Okay, but
I don't know.
yeah. Do you know what she's gonna look like when she's older?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, she's got every guy's head turned in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Like he didn't have a good family life, the Grinch.
No, the Grinch didn't have a good family life, no.
No. He had 2 single ladies raising him who were swingers.
Mm-hmm.
And
That didn't help. It didn't help.
Nothing wrong with that, but he
Yeah.
spent his first night in the tree watching everyone get laid.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't a good look for him. No, he kind of doesn't even, like. I can't believe he doesn't wear pants. Like, unfuckable.
Well, it's like.
But yeah, Martha May Huvier, 10 out of 10, without a doubt.
Glad you agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you guys get back to it.
Okay.
Here.
Thanks
All
for
right.
stopping by.
Okay, fuck you.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, there,
Okay.
Ryan. Talk to you later. Tell Kurt I say hi.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, could he hear that?
No, he couldn't hear anything you were saying.
Oh, I thought I don't know. I thought he said something after I said that. But
No,
okay,
no.
that's good. I thought he couldn't hear. Yeah, he doesn't wear, the Grinch doesn't wear pants, just like Donald Duck doesn't wear pants.
That's a good comparison.
So, yeah, I love my favorite part about the Grinch is just his little laugh as a kid. Isn't it just like, doesn't he go, like, yeah, doesn't he do some really weird giggle?
Some kind of gargle? I don't know. Something's going on.
Have you
there.
seen? You haven't seen the new Grinch, have you? That came out.
No, but I was going to bring it to that. Like, how is that Grinch even going to stand a chance without the rocket of Martha May Huvier leading the way?
Is the new Grinch live action or is it
It
animated?
was cartoon. I thought it was animated.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it is.
I doubt they're going to have a really hot Martha May Huvier, and if not, then what's the point?
Can cartoons be hot?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, dude, 100%, man.
Oh man, this one time.
Oh, dude.
You know, I'm not even a big fan of the Grinch, to be honest. I mean,
As a
first of
Christmas
all,
movie?
no, as a person. I mean, first of all, like he ruins Christmas, and second of all, he's this green hairy monster.
Yeah, he's not very relatable.
But but actually, I actually don't like the Christmas movie that much either.
Yeah.
I do like some scenes. I just like the little Grinch getting up no good sometimes, but I find it painful to sit through sometimes. And I generally enjoy some Christmas movies. It's just sitting through the Grinch. My sister always wants to put the Grinch on. Let's play the Grinch, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting through it. I'm like, let's put on the Trailer Park Boys Xmas special and we'll all be happy. But we got to sit through the Grinch first. So, yeah, I've seen it a bunch of times, but.
Yeah, I feel like. Do you have is the Trailer Park Boys your favorite one? Or how about Die Hard?
I've never watched Die Hard the whole way through.
Oh, man.
So
great.
it's kind of like another Rocky
Yeah.
situation where I've never watched any of the Die Hards all the way through. I've seen more of Die Hard than I had of Rocky before a few weeks ago. So like I've seen parts of like the first one and also some of the other ones. But I've never actually sat down and watched the whole thing, so I should do that. Maybe I will this month.
Yeah.
And give my rankings on the Die Hards too. But the
Die Hard podcast.
My favorite Christmas movie is probably Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That's probably my favorite. I've seen Home Alone like 1,000 times because they play it all day, every day for the next 2 months.
Jesus. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Well, guess what I did?
Oh, you didn't ask me mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I asking?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead. Go say what you got to say.
Ask you what? Your Christmas
don't
movie?
worry about it. Yeah, just go say
we're
what you have
past
to
that,
say.
Randy. Like,
No,
Randy,
yeah.
you
I
gotta
didn't want it. It's Rudolph the
work on
Red-Nosed
this.
Reindeer, the 30-minute version cartoon.
And did you see that people were getting upset about that?
What?
People were begging for that to get taken off air or banned or
Shut up.
something
Stop
because
talking.
it features Rudolph getting bullied.
What?
Yeah, people were rallying or petitioning for it to get, I don't know, taken off TV
No, they
or something
weren't.
because of the bullying featured in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
But that's the whole plot.
I know. He comes back and he's got this red-ass nose and he fights snowflakes and saves
my
the day.
Christ!
But
Come on!
I don't know if that ever went to anywhere. Like, I'm pretty sure they're still going to air Rudolph this year. So we're okay.
Yeah, but
people are
it's
pushing for
horseshit.
it, though.
I just Googled it. I'm pissed. now. Rudolph, actor, fires back against charges film is bigoted and sexist. What?
Sexist.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, boy.
I'm stressed. I'm
Anti-dentist.
Yeah. They're
Elf wants to be a
anti-dentist.
dentist? No
Yeah.
fucking chance. They're all he's an anti-dentite.
Oh god.
When did he come back in the room?
He's listening. He listens outside my room and he kind of just.
Ryan
Okay,
yells.
yeah.
I was yelling there.
Yeah.
Excuse me if your earbuds are hurting, but I'm upset.
Let's take that anger. Well, actually, I also like Frosty the Snowman. It's kind of a fun movie. Oh, and also, I also like the movie Jack Frost with Michael Keaton and his son who plays hockey. And Michael Keaton turns into a snowman and stuff like that. And then he's like melting because it gets warm out.
Huh.
But let's talk about that PETA thing, should we?
Fuck, I guess like
Because you're all fired up.
I'm pissed. All right?
So this one
like,
is
that got me. That's my favorite Christmas movie.
Rudolph, yeah.
They're coming
Oh,
after it.
So
Right, go
today,
ahead.
PETA, yes, that PETA, tweeted out, they said, words matter, and as our understanding of social justice evolves, our language evolves along with it. Here's how to remove speciesism from your daily conversations. And then they post an image. It says,
So
stop
bad.
using anti-animal language. And should we just list these off for the people? Or
Yeah, how about you read it instead of, and I'll say the say
Okay.
column.
Sounds good. Teamwork. Instead of kill two birds with one stone,
Say feed 2 birds with 1 scone.
instead of be the guinea pig,
Say be the test tube.
oh god, instead of beat a dead horse,
Say say feed a fed horse.
what is that? I don't. Okay. Instead of bring home the bacon,
Say bring home the bagels.
I think people do say that one, don't they? Sometimes,
I've never heard that one. No.
Or-
But I wouldn't be,
I don't know.
that's not it's nothing.
maybe. Well, they say bring home the bread and stuff, don't they?
Like let's get this bread. I think that's a
Well,
separate thing.
that's a new that's a different thing. Let's get this. It's all about the rearranging of words.
Yeah.
Instead of take the bull by the horns.
You say take the flower by the thorns.
Oh God. Yeah. So Randy. Oh yeah. Here they actually go on to say, just as it became unacceptable to use racist, homophobic, or ableist. Is that what it is?
I don't care.
Ableist language, phrases that trivialize cruelty to animals will vanish as more people begin to appreciate animals for who they are and start bringing home the bagels instead of the bacon. Randy, let's go to your corner. What are your initial thoughts on this?
Oh, we're going to my corner. Kurt, I'm in a little mode of like hysteria.
Fired up.
I'm so bad. Like Rudolph got me. Rudolph got me so mad. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know where to begin. Like it's too much. Oh, Christ. It's like these people. I don't know what to say. These postmodernists, these left wing kooks, like just pull it together. Folks, like, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, language doesn't mean shit. Same with the Michael Rappaport video. You think these cats are ashamed because someone called them look like their fucking grandma? The cats don't understand anything. Even if they did, would they give a shit? They're a cat. Like, it's absolute garbage. Kill a bird with one stone? How about feed two birds with a scone? How about this wheat's gonna kill them because it's poisonous? Like, this is just stupid. They're gonna keep on changing. They're gonna be policing your language. They're gonna be policing, like, your Instagram, social media posts. These are the same groups of people. And it's just, it's stupid. And I guess it's just ridiculous. And, like, they're just projecting their morality out on you. And I hate it. I think it's stupid. Like, I'm all for animal ethics, but, like, just stop trying to control all these, what people are saying. Like, it's just ridiculous. I don't know, man. Like, don't say beat a dead horse, say feed a fed horse. Oh yeah, like I was gonna go like violate a horse, but then I thought, wait, I should probably feed a fed horse instead of like beat a dead horse. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. I shouldn't go throw like stones at birds. I should throw scones at birds. Yeah, thank you for correcting my mind. Fuck, idiots.
Yeah, I looked at this and I just was like, what? I was kind of speechless and kind of just laughed. And it seems like a lot of people have had a similar reaction. They're like, what? Is this like serious? Like, I wasn't sure if this was a serious thing they were tweeting out. It seems so ridiculous, some of the stuff they were saying here. And I guess, they think if you start saying bring them the bagels, all of a sudden you're going to not eat pigs or something, or not physically abuse animals, or I have no idea.
Smack a pig across the face right now.
So there's that. I love it. I love getting Randy fired up. So this has been a good episode for that.
I was planning on thinking like, oh, I'm gonna pretend to support PETA when Kurt brings this up.
Oh, really?
Like, that was my plan. I had a plan going into it. I was going to be like, I know they have a good couple points. You know, I was going to be all like measured. I was going to be all like measured and like not just kind of mess with you because I'm like not going to stand for that shit. But then you brought up Rudolph, and I didn't know about Rudolph before. Yeah, and that
surprise.
That just like that triggered something inside me. It just couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Ryan.
Oh, Christ. Okay. You want to keep the rants going here? Do you have something more to say?
Do I have a rant here?
Do you have anything to say about PETA?
I don't have anything like that you haven't said. I don't have any really as strong feelings as you, so that's why I knew you could cover for me and really lay into it.
Good.
I don't have a good rant right now.
I have a pre-planned rant. And I'm in the mood, so I'm just going to keep on going.
Okay. Yeah.
Palm trees in Vancouver or like Canada in general. Like, who are you kidding? Who are you kidding that looks good?
Palm trees in Vancouver?
Yeah, there's people. I've been walking around. There's palm trees in people's yards.
Seeing one.
They put them out in like public spaces. They look like shit. There's like the ones in people's yards, like, oh, it's going to look really fancy here with this palm tree. It's this like 2-foot little scrumpy piece of shit because it's not supposed to be living here. Like, why do they do this? Like, oh, we're going to be fancy like old Beverly Hills here. Look at all the palm trees. Like, no, you're in Vancouver. Why do you try and bring a palm tree here? It doesn't look good. Stop it.
Yeah, so why even try with that? That one's kind of odd for sure.
It is. I've just been seeing a lot of it lately, and I don't get it. There's a lot of beautiful like trees that are native to British Columbia. Just use them. They grow normally here. Like, why have this kind of stumpy little palm tree?
Okay. Did you watch Sesame Street ever?
I did. Yeah.
So I
liked Bert and Ernie.
Okay, you like Bert and Ernie, yeah. I never really watched Sesame Street, but obviously I know of Sesame Street, like it's common knowledge at this point, especially our generation. But okay, this is an oldie, but a while ago I was going to bring it up, but I just came up with One Direction stuff to say instead for the past few weeks. So the guys, or Sesame Street tweeted out a while ago, because I think people were asking. I think people were asking because of that other puppet movie that came out a while ago, the Happy Time Murders.
Caroline. Oh wait, what?
Coraline. And
No, what are you talking about?
Happy Time Murders was a movie that came out a while ago.
Okay.
And anyways, it's
with
like
it.
puppets. It's like puppets and mixed with like live action. And
Yeah.
I think that's what spurred people to be like, yo, what's going on here? And anyways, I guess people were asking about Bert and Ernie and if they were gay or something. Mm-hmm. And so they came out and released an official statement, and they said something. Basically, they summed it up by saying Bert and Ernie are puppets and they have no gender. So,
Yes.
that's fun. I don't know. Like, what do you think? I'm kind of torn. Like, I mean, I don't even know.
Bert
I don't
and
even know
Ernie,
we need to.
their male names, and like, here's the rub. Okay, I saw a similar thing. I was googling some like Bob. I really like Bob's Burgers. I've been watching that show.
Okay.
And I forget I was googling something about Bob's Burgers, but there's all these things that came up. It was just like, is Gene transgender? Is Bob gay?
People always
like
wanna
all
know.
this stuff. And I think, people just really want to know. And like, I'm not sure if
Gay?
projecting is the right word. Like they want to know these people's sexuality. I think it's interesting because as a kid or like watching any cartoon show, like before I read these comments, we'd just be like, oh, it's just a character.
Just
Like I don't,
two guys. having a
I
good
don't
time.
really care what their sexuality is, but people obviously do care. And I mean, like with the Sesame Street comment, they're puppets and they don't have a gender. I mean, it's Bert and Ernie. Like,
They kind of took the
they didn't want
kind of a weak,
take a position.
kind of lame stance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit lame. Like, there's nothing wrong
I mean, they're
if they're
guys
saying they're buddies or saying they're gay. Like,
I don't even know. Like, I guess I don't know how bad it was or how much publicity this was getting. Like, because I'm not even sure they even needed to release as a response at all. But maybe it was getting a ton of attention, and they felt they just had to shut everyone up because it was annoying. And it was like, okay, well, they're fucking puppets, people. Like, get over it.
But here's the thing. I think what would happen. All right, this is just me
Like,
thinking.
what do you mean? Like, if Bert and Ernie were left
No,
alone?
like I think the people asking these questions, if Bert and Ernie were left alone, I think the people asking these questions wanted to hear that Bert and Ernie were gay. That's what they want to hear.
People.
I think
maybe
that if they said, "Oh, Bert and Ernie are gay," they'd be like, "Yay!" And then they write BuzzFeed articles about how they're gay and that's great and all that. And if they said they were, here's what I'm thinking. And it's gonna sound a little weird, but like if they just said they were just buddies, then all of a sudden they'd be like, "Wait, what about X, Y, and Z?"
they'd be outraged.
Like, and I think it's a little messed up because it's up to the creator, I think, to decide their character's sexuality. So,
or couldn't they almost like sidestep it and say like, we were just making this kids show and we hadn't really thought about it. So
and this was like in the 80s.
Like they were it's just a show with these puppets. So they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have one because we never needed to come up with one. Or something.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's a show for 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
And do 5-year-olds really like understand or care?
Yeah.
No.
But
I don't think so.
But now that we're on this puppet talk, I wanted to mention this a while ago too. The Happy Time Murders is this puppet movie that came out a while ago. I hadn't seen it, but I saw trailers for it. It's basically puppets interacting with real life people. So like actors are in a movie, but then there's also these puppets that are talking and stuff and like that. And so there's something about it though that there's something I think I find really creepy, and I can't put my finger on it. I feel like it's got to be a movie or a TV show or something that I saw as a kid that now kind of creeps me out when I see these these puppets interacting with these real people, because and this is a mature movie because they show like guns, and they show there's like a scene where this guy like jizzes for like 30 seconds in the trailer. It's a puppet jizzing for 30 seconds in the trailer.
Yeah, normal stuff.
So like, and I was just watching it, and I was like it's supposed to be a comedy, but I was kind of unsettled, and I couldn't quite put my finger on why I find that disturbing. These puppets beating each other up and jacking off and talking about sex and stuff like that. And like, do you have any? What are your thoughts? Does that doesn't bother you at all? Does it?
I know what you mean. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really say. But I guess I could see the idea of it bothering me, because I think there's something different about cartoon where it wouldn't bother me if it was cartoon or cartoon and people. But there's something about puppets that is a little unsettling.
Maybe it's because I've seen like some of the Child's Play movies with Chucky, and Chucky's an evil doll who kills people, and all of a sudden now I see these puppets moving around. They seem like they're invincible because they're puppets.
Kurt, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is.
Oh God!
Remember those videos of the puppets?
We
started watching this in grade 12. Not Harry Potter Puppet Pals. It's like this weird twisted. What's it called? It's this weird kind of twisted thing, like Let's Get Creative.
The Let's Get Creative. Green is not a creative color.
Yes. Don't hug me, I'm scared.
Don't hug me, I'm scared. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, that might have an influence on it. Yeah,
I think that had a big influence on you, Kurt. And it did for me too, because it's some weird stuff.
Guys, we stayed up all night watching like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And then they came out with like, there's like 6 or 7 in total, and I watched them all there's a couple of years ago, and it's really messed up. I mean, I found it entertaining actually, but it was really messed up.
It gets more entertaining the more times you've watched it. And
then you read into the comments, and the people are like pulling out like these things that I never would have thought of or seen. They're like, well, this means that this guy was thinking that, and then they're linking things back from episode 1 to episode 6 and saying, well, this is like foreshadowing here and blah blah blah, and they're like, I'm like, holy shit, like blowing. Some of it's like, okay, that's kind of dumb, but there's some of it's like, whoa, that actually sounds right. Like these guys that made this, they're creative, but green is not a creative color. So, but I don't know. Now I think
that's
that
what
all
it began for you with the puppet, scary puppets.
It might, it's
that
I
and
don't
Chucky.
know. I know. It was just weird when I was watching the trailer. I was like, well, I don't feel so good. We're dragging on, but I need to get a couple things out of the way because I don't want to talk about them next time. So the first things first, we participated in No Shave November /Movember. We donated we raised a record amount of money, probably into the 2 to 7 figures, right?
Hey. Yep.
Randy, where are your final progress pics? Did you not take any, or did you just? I was expecting to see like a final update on Instagram.
Yeah, I had a job interview. I had to shave it off.
Oh, yeah, and they didn't like mustaches.
I know. I'm sorry, man.
Okay,
I was going to, but I think that took priority for me.
Yeah, so I grew a greasy beard, and then the last few days shaved it in a few different mustaches. You can check that out on our Instagram page. But then yesterday, I put in I've kept the mustache going over the weekend because I was feeling real good, and people were treating me different and looking at me different. Mm-hmm. And I was feeling real good with this stash above my lip. Yeah, thank you. And so yesterday, I took it a step further, and I put a little bit of. You ever heard of Just for Men?
I've always wanted to try it.
So I tried it because I was getting feedback from some friends, and they were saying, dude, like you should totally do this. And I was like, yeah. And so I did it last night, and it looks good actually. I've got brown hair or blonde hair, whatever you want to say. And so I got the black beard, dye for Just for Men, and I put it in my mustache and beard last night, and it makes it look like it's more filled out. Like that's my main issue here is I'm kind of patchy still. And now it just looks more prominent. It stands out. I was like, yeah, it looks, I'm thinking if I could grow out my hair better, like it could fill in these empty spots, I could pull off a mustache. I think.
Yeah, man. I think it's just like you're saying, you have the volume. It's just the hairs are lighter. And like same thing for me. For some reason I get a lot of blonde hairs on my mustache. Yeah.
Oh.
I get orange hairs like around my chin.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a lot lighter than.
You got a rainbow on your face.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot going on there. So it definitely doesn't look as dark as someone who it just has just black facial hair.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't match my hair anymore, so maybe it looks kind of strange, but my eyebrows are pretty dark, so I think it looks okay. But you already have dark hair. Well, what do you have left? Sorry, Randy, but so you could use a little if you wanted to at some point and try it out.
I mean, I got dark eyebrows still, so
yeah, exactly. The other thing, so that's the mustache update. Okay, the last thing is do you want to check this out? So I got a little smart device called the Google Home, and I just set it up last night, and look what it can do here, Randy. Just listen to this, folks. So, hey Google, what's my name?
Your name is Caveman.
Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Okay, watch this. Hey Google, call me Daddy.
You'd like me to call you Daddy. Is that right?
Yes, please.
Got it. I'll call you Daddy from now on.
Thank you. So that's basically that, and checking the weather and stuff is what I use it for since yesterday. So,
okay.
But
does
it
creep you
makes
out
me feel
a bit?
good.
Does it? I feel like it would creep me out having this device in my home.
No, because I already thought about it, and because I thought you might take that angle, or other people would take that angle for sure. No, it doesn't really creep me out because I already got the laptop. I've got the cell phone. I mean, I don't believe it's really going to do much more damage than all these other devices are doing. So I've kind of settled it. I've just welcomed Big Brother into my home a little bit more. So,
welcome to the brave new world, Kurt.
But now I feel good because I get home and she calls me Daddy.
Papa. Nice.
I could get that too. So, do you have something, or should I say, what's the word?
Bon voyage?
Yes, what? Bon voyage. That's what I was going to say. Bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
They're gonna bleed right up and bulging out my skull. My mouth is dry, my face is numb, fucked up and spun out in my room. On my own, here we go.